This is New Sensei, and it's time for another superhero jacket. This time, it's Hawkeye from the Avengers. This jacket is the Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye replica from FJackets.com. At first glance, the Hawkeye coat is an impressive full-length item, sporting the distinctive black and purple pattern associated with Hawkeye with plenty of accents to create an urban look. Made of polyurethane leather, the jacket is a comfortable fit. While I'm showcasing the jacket, I just want to make a big point here. I know many people are apprehensive about buying from sites like FJackets because their inventory seems too good to be true. I've bought several items, and while I'm reasonably satisfied, I've previously picked out that the items they send aren't an exact match to the images on the store page. This was the case with the Green Arrow jacket not being, well, green. It's an even bigger problem with the Hawkeye coat. Take a look at the images on the website. Scanning through each image, it looks like the coat is a sleek design with the accents and detail not standing out that much. Pay particular attention to the pattern on the front of the shoulders, the front of the coat and zipper, the positioning of the pockets, the pattern on the back of the jacket, and the way the upper arms and sleeves are designed. Firstly, you can see that the zipper is very obvious on the front, unlike the design in the picture. The ribbed pattern over the armpits look nothing like the pictures. They don't look bad, and in fairness, it's closer to the source material, but it's such a big difference, it's shocking that the store hasn't updated the images. The back of the jacket has no resemblance to the sample image. It has the same ribbed texture on the back and much more purple compared to the plain black in the preview. Again, the design doesn't look bad or take away from the Hawkeye theme, but it's just too different to trust the images. That aside, let's talk about the rest of the coat. The coat is a reasonably long length, going down to around the knees. The upper sleeve is decorated with armor-like panels, with the buckles and straps being the eye catch. Unfortunately, the sleeves do feel large and puffy, and the straps are way too loose and cannot be adjusted, so it doesn't look like a good fit. The jacket is comfortable when fully zipped, but also maintains a nice shape and look when worn open. The jacket is loose enough that it doesn't restrict movement, and the only thing that kind of annoyed me was the puffy sleeves, partly because of my height and arm span being smaller than average. The waist pockets are, as I mentioned earlier, different to the image, but this isn't a bad thing. They're standard height and position and more practical this way. As with most items from FJackets, the coat has two inner pockets. Of course, with Hawkeye being an archer, it's only appropriate that we put the replica coat through the trials. Well, considering that I spent the last half an hour or so practicing archery with a fully zipped up coat, with a dress shirt and singlet no less, I'd say this is actually fairly comfortable. I don't normally shoot in a coat, but this actually held up to the task quite well. It didn't restrict motion. I've worked up a bit of a sweat. I mean, it is Australian summer, but it's a relatively cool day today. It's only about 20 odd degrees Celsius. But it is quite sunny, so I thought it'd be a bit more uncomfortable. I'm not. So I'd say this is actually fairly good for casual daily wear. In terms of style, it definitely has a unique appeal. I'm not the sort of person who really digs the really overt superhero jackets like the Superman, Batman, Flash, Iron Man ones. They look really nice, but I'm not really into those big flashy designs. So I like the more subtle, kind of sophisticated designs. And the Hawkeye coat, the costume from the movie, is already quite appealing in certain ways if you're that kind of person. And the translation of it into this coat design does suit a lot of people. I think that the choice of colors, firstly, is very good. The dark maroon and the black go quite well together. It does give a nice pattern. It breaks up a very plain outline otherwise. So I think the addition of the colors, the stitching, the addition of the buckles, it adds complexity. And I think in this case it does add to the character's design background, I guess. So this is a pretty good urban look. It's kind of modern. It has some different patterns, and while not exactly the same as the costume in the movie, it's a pretty good analog. And to me, it just hits the right spot where those who have seen the movie will recognize it as the Hawkeye costume, but those who haven't seen the movie will recognize it as a fairly nice jacket. One thing I do like about the jacket, it's a very subtle thing, it's the collar. The collar is not rare, but it's uncommon in everyday fashion. So this does stick out. I mean, the whole jacket sticks out if you think about it, but the collar design is different shape. So when people look at you and they follow your face and follow your neckline, they'll see this collar sticking up. And I think this is a pretty interesting design. And the shape of it matches the shape of the stitching, the shape of the coat down below. So I think the overall design is actually quite good. Quite inspired obviously by the film, but the design of this particular jacket I think overall is well thought out. It's well manufactured and overall quite a good jacket. So it meets form and definitely meets function. It's comfortable and practical, where you can put your hands in your pockets quite comfortably. You have your two inner pockets in case you want to carry your phone or something else. You put your inner pockets. The fit is pretty good. It has that long jacket, and I do like long jackets. I don't wear them a lot, but especially during autumn or winter when things get a little cooler, the long jackets have a nice appeal to them. I've got a few of them from different manufacturers, Mustard Brand, UB Workshop, and now of course film jackets. So I think this is a nice top-off collection. Is it warm? Well, it is actually. It's not a heavy-duty winter coat. It's not that woolen design. But if you wear a few layers underneath, it's quite comfortable. It's a nice fit, and you can stay warm provided you're wearing something decent underneath. On a warm day, if you wear it open at least, and you're not doing archery in a dress shirt, then I reckon it's pretty comfortable even for, say, a 20-ish degree day. So typical in-between season, spring, autumn, it'll be comfortable enough. Now, extremely hot weather, wearing jackets in general is not very comfortable, but yeah, I'm surprised I could do a whole session wearing the jacket. I wouldn't really want to do it again, but it's something which you could, if you're active and you move around a lot, it's still reasonably comfortable. So overall, thumbs up. The FJacket version of the Hawkeye costume is actually pretty good. Nice eye-catching design, good comfortable fit. Overall, thumbs up for this one. Anyway, this is New Sensei. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.